Hey, it's Brock here with Rock Hill Farms. Today we're going to cut down some trees. A lot of people say that I can be a little bit dramatic when I talk about tree felling. And these trees are not very big. We made the decision a couple months ago that we wanted to take these down. For my wife, it was the aesthetic. She just doesn't care for them back here. For me, it's about this tree right here that has a pretty clear lean that direction and a pretty clear lean in that direction. That tree right now, if I just cut it down and let it do what it wanted, it would land and the top of it would hit the house and it would do some damage to the house. It wouldn't cave in the whole side of the house, but it would do some damage. If we let it grow a couple more years, this tree will be big enough that it would do serious damage to the house if it fell. And I'm not a big fan of letting trees get really large that are leaning towards the house. I also hate mowing around these. Now my plan is that I'm going to cut these 4 trees down and I'm going to make siding out of them for the new woodshed. So these hopefully are all going on the sawmill. Now people have a tendency to say I'm dramatic about tree felling. Well, maybe I am, but I'm always going to continue to be that way. And I think if there ever comes a point where you don't respect the tree, you should quit cutting them, because every tree, even the little ones, can cause serious injury or worse, because the chainsaw is dangerous on its own. And then trees are unpredictable. They can split and do some funny things. This tree right here has just a slight lean that way, and we want it to go the other way. But it's not an overwhelming lean. It has a slight lean this way, which is fine. It wants to fall over here, but this tree should be pretty straightforward. You guys that follow the channel know that most of the time I make a shallow face cut, but I accidentally went too far on this side, and you don't want to leave that where your face cut's open like this, but on one side your bottom cut goes past your other cut. It's a complicated answer as to why, but that makes it a lot more dangerous and a lot more unpredictable, because you've taken out your hinge essentially. So one reason that I like to do a shallow face cut is if I miss one of my 2 marks, I can fix it. And I fixed this, and we've currently got about a 40% face cut, when 33%, 1/3, 30%, somewhere in that range is standard. The problem with that deeper face cut is that on a small tree, if you have a deep face cut, and then the width of your hinge, and then the width of your bar, there's no room behind the bar for wedges. So if I really needed to steer that tree away from its lean, I would pretend that cut isn't there, and I would make another face cut 12 inches up above it and start over, because I don't want a deep face cut. However, I don't have to really steer this that much. I can go ahead and just make the back cut and let it fall the way it's going to fall. Now we're going to take out this tree right here, which has quite a bit of lean that way. It's definitely going that way. It has a little bit of lean towards the house. I think if it was just released to fall wherever it wanted, it would fall towards the house, but not quite over and hit the house. So I don't have a ton of concern about this one. I think I can make a little bit of a cut pulling it back this way, and we should be perfectly fine. So I'm gonna get this one done. The last one is the one that I'm concerned about. So we're tied off pretty high up in the tree. We're pulling that direction. So the house is over here. We're pulling over there, hoping the tree lands halfway in between. So my face cut's going to be angled to make the tree fall towards the shop, but I'm hoping it falls right where the last one did actually. But we'll see how it goes. Well, I'd say that went according to plan, and that tree landed exactly where I thought it would. It landed exactly where I set the notch to, but that wouldn't have worked without pulling. If I had tried to do that exact same thing, it would have still fallen into the house. My belief, yeah, trees are unpredictable, but I think that just having the face cut going that way would not have overcome the lean that was leading it towards the house. And I had options. The way I've done some of these in the past is to hook the winch on the truck to the tree and put pressure on it, but it's a lot harder to run the saw and put the pressure on the tree. So I was really grateful to have someone come over and give me a hand with the falling. So the first two trees are completely limbed and the logs are over there ready for the sawmill. These two I probably won't get to tonight. It's getting ready to get dark and I need to put up all the tools, but these 4 logs are going to make siding for the new woodshed. I appreciate you taking time to watch the video. I'll put links on the screen to a couple more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.